to the farmer, which is not the most brandable name, I have to say.
I think it's actually a reference to the previous name, if you think about it.
Maybe. Right then, we're going to get into this. It's the first best of one of today. HellRaisers versus Lemondogs. Lemondogs starting on T here. HellRaisers, of course, on CT. And it's 4 sets of armor for the Swedish side. And they're going to have one utility player in the form of Mike Tig as well. I'm going to assume that HellRaisers will be boosting up towards short here, which they will be as well. And they've got an Incendiary on 0. So a little bit of flare coming in here. Oscar's going to be leading the charge on towards short. Just facing into lower B now. But it's a very, very passive setup from the T so far. Waiting. But it's known aggression, very common tactic. You can see Oscar, he should be taken out here, getting a little bit overzealous.
Oh, this is a good information push, but somehow Oscar's going to start it off. We said we need to show him up on land. Well, he's got the first kill. That'll get things rolling. Angel's going to take the initiative to follow up on that push as well. He manages one more onto Xylos, but unfortunately, he goes down immediately after. We subside into 3 versus 3. However, the HP does still favor HellRaisers. We'll see if that holds any weight as the round continues to unfold. Pushed up at B as well, though. Keep in mind, they've got some information going on outside that B tunnel position.
That's it. So now they can give the call over to his teammates, so they literally can't come B. Once they CT spawn, listening off a middle, and you keep one on A as well, should be a pretty tight deal. It's actually Sticko and CT spawn. They've actually left A reasonably open. This could be a problem considering Sticko is on 11 HP, and there are 3 terrorists towards long and 50 seconds. They're kind of just working out where's going to be the most valuable position for them to take over here. Cobra going first. He performed very well in the online qualifiers. He was like the AWP player, and against Alternate, he's actually the MVP, so we'll be interested to see how he can perform today as well. Still have a smoke for the crossover. This should help them substantially getting across. Not going to be perfect, but it's enough not to get damage against pistols as they make their way onto the A site.
Well, it's going to be Cobra that's standing on the other side of that smoke. Look how close Sticko is, because one shot takes him down. He needs to be careful on how he tries to peek and retake this site. Again, they are low on HP, the T side, but that's a shot from Farmer that's going to put down 0 immediately as he walks up catwalk. That bodes well for their chances despite the HP disadvantage. Sticko finally gets Farmer, but he's still limited. He's still trapped in that connector, or rather, excuse me, that elevator position. Now they'll go. Kutcher hitting, McTig gives them a chance as Sticko again is going to try and close off, but Cobra's got one. Now it's a dead even tilt as it's 12 HP versus 11. The next shot puts it in. It's going to go the way of Cobra, and Lemondogs will start off 1-0.
Really tense pistol round there. The Farmer and Cobra picking up 3 frags and 2. Looked like HellRaisers had that one tied up. We saw Oscar go aggressive at the start of the round. Like I said, he should have been punished much sooner than he did, but managed to take one down, a headshot another. Lemondogs biding their time, going towards long, smoking the crossover. As soon as the bomb went down, see how the advantage went in their court. You can see the replay of his screen right now when Oscar went down. And it's going to be 1-0 in favour of the Swedes. And 3 scouts coming up for HellRaisers. This is kind of interesting. And there you go, Oscar kicking things off in style. Takes down Zelos with a headshot towards T-spawn there. Bring it in 12-5 on 4. 3 scouts plays 3 rifles and a UMP on Kaboom. Kutcher and 0 with Desert Eagles and PT-50s respectively. So then, the T's now rattled a little bit. They know they're up against the 4 spy here. Oscar's actually got head armor as well, so he's actually packing heat here.
Packing heat.
Yeah, is that a new one? Does that work?
You're not gangster, Henry.
I'm pretty gangster. That's what the G stands for. You know?
Well, MacTig going to try and fire back through the smoke. This is a pretty aggressive CT buy early on, so it has to pay dividends in some regard. They're up against rifles. Would be good economic damage, but mind you, it's still going to disadvantage them. Never mind. Angel's going to pick up the second kill. Farmer goes down. It's now a 5 versus 3, and this is looking really good for HellRaisers.
Absolutely. 5 and 3, 45 seconds remaining. The T's do have 2 smokes to play with. I'd assume they're going to go up short, try and smoke off spawn. Maybe go out towards middle, it seems. They're just going to run out mid and just stick together and hope that the frags work for them. Problem is, there's no CTs waiting for them. Once that smoke doesn't spawn, they're going to be looking towards the doors. Angel now with the reaction.
To be they head. It's going to be Angel, like you say, that tries to get that first shot. He's already got 1 in the round. There's a second with the scout. Now it's 0 to pop out. It's all down to just 1 remaining. All 5 players on a 4 spy from the CTs alive with 100 HP.
No one took any damage there. Angel with 3 scout kills as well. Oscar opening it up with 2. That was a pretty nutty round. You don't normally see 3 scouts come out in the second round, right? You normally see like 1, and then the rest of the guys get like 5 7s or deagles. That's kind of interesting. Dust 2 is obviously very viable. Lots of long range angles like that. Angel stepping up massively there. Nice little no-scope headshot to secure the round. Of course, so Lemondogs will be forcing back into this round. They've got Desert Eagles and Tech 9s here. They need a couple of flashbangs, so presumably going to try and take over middle and just swarm an area like middle or short. Kutcher's pushed off short though, so Interesting to see how he approaches this situation. He's got the Galil.
Oscar still with that scout, though, looking toward mid. He knows one's already gotten close to the Xbox, if not beyond, and that's exactly the case. Now he sees the sparks. Valos with the flash tries to pop back out and actually just jumps away from the danger. But he's almost caught in the act of getting up on Catwalk. That's information for Angel to work with. And that'll be relayed over to Kutcher, who awaits the arrival with that Galil.
4 players, Terrorist out the long doors now. They have full control. The problem is Sticko is on the A site. He's got a massive advantage here. The long range scouts play. Lands one shot. The HE will be doing some big damage as well. Should be a pretty simple spray down here. Angel with 2. Zelos answers back. Angel with his 3rd. And that's going to be the round tied up. This will be a formality now if the T's can get any more kills here. That plant won't be possible. That's doing everything he can though. Actually, he might get a double there. That could have been interesting. This could be Kaboom now left with 10 HP.
And that's going to do it. Sticko gets the shot. Now 2-1 HellRaisers.
Decent round, I guess. Like, Lemondogs really wanted to plant out of there. They got a couple of kills, but that's about it. They'll be fully good this round, but we'll be able to buy next. It won't be the best buy. Certainly no orbs coming out. This is a real chance for HellRaisers to dig their heels in and build some momentum. The money's racking up reasonably well. Oscar's on 5k. Just going to be sticking with his Galil this round, trying to farm a bit of extra cash. As we enter round number 4. Nothing purchased for the T's whatsoever. 1 flashbang and 5 Glocks. Into lower B, when they've got Oscar waiting for them as well. You can hear the footsteps. He's hungry.
I'm kind of hungry. Save Oscar face off. 1, 2 already. How Angel's got the other 2. He's looking for the last Angel. That's actually Kutcher. Okay. So a 3rd one comes in there. Anyway, HellRaisers is aggressive down mid, non-stop. They'll take another 5 men alive round, start to build the bank further. And Oscar, it has to be said, is doing quite well. Angel leads the way with 9, but he's on 4 kills. Again, it's not about anything crazy from Oscar. I just want to make sure that he shows up and contributes.
Well, he's just trying to rack up the money right now. He could buy an orb if he wanted to, but he's going to keep the Galil, keep his money at 7.7 thousand right now. They win this round. Just going to keep rolling and rolling. So let's see what they're going to do. I'd assume something more aggressive this time. Keep the Galil, try and take the game to them. They know there could be a weak buy. Looks like a fast long spawn for the T set. Not going to have any confrontation whatsoever. Angel is going straight into lower B. Takes down Zelos. Could get a double kill here.
It's a little bit overzealous. Didn't check the angle. It's pretty obvious. Second one's going to be there at some point in time. And now Lemondogs are going to capitalize on this overextension from HellRaisers as he wanted that AK desperately. Meanwhile, Bomb, as all of that goes on in the B tunnels, has made the correct call. It's walked over toward A to stay away from the danger. Okay. I was about to say they'll get the plant with the man advantage, but then Oscar showed up and ruined that for me.
Kutcher in CT spawn. It's kind of a pincer from long. It's going to be down to Oscar to do the majority of the work as he makes his way out to a ramp. This kill is going to be huge. Kaboom takes him down. Now Kutcher, very difficult situation. Has got the HP advantage. Needs to find 2 though. They really don't need to face him here. Luckily they synergize well, take him down. And you saw HellRaisers, obviously huge money advantage. They wanted to take the game towards Lemondogs there. Getting into lower B, pushing long doors, trying to make anything that could happen. Unfortunately for them, the player lurking towards T-spawn shut them down. And we're into round number 6 now. This will be the first real gun run, I would say. This is where HellRaisers are dropping all the fun guns like Galils and all that sort of thing. Oscar's got the AWP. This is where he's going to show his worth.
Plays against it. He's trying to see above that smoke as well. An AK in spawn trying to face to count cross right now, but that is dangerous because if he even gets peeked at all, he's going to go down to that AWP. Meanwhile, something more interesting than that going on. Angel's already worked up top mid, and Cobra's not going to be expecting this. Walking over, dead man. 2 seconds, 3. I was about to say he nearly made that work, but Angel gets the kill nonetheless. That drops Bomb as well. They've got to go back. They've got to confront. The nade gets thrown, the flash. It actually works. Angel somehow stays alive, and now Oscar can hold the off angle, and this round's falling apart. Lemondogs again, finally getting guns out, are going to get obliterated, and HellRaisers looking much the better team so far in this game because every round they've won has been quite dominant in comparison to that of Lemondogs.
Yeah, very aggressive as well. You can see Lemondogs getting caught with their pants down, running from T-spawn with a knife out. Angels at the top and middle. They're just not taking enough presence towards that mid area right now. The fact he can keep consistently pushing off short and keeping aggressive. You can see the confidence he's building up as well. After 6 rounds, he's on 12 frags, so he's feeling in the zone right now. And that's a full reset for Lemondogs as well. They go back to $1,400 this round. 4 plays 2 now. Full eco, pretty much for Lemondogs. A couple of PT50, that's about it. You see one player, Mike Tig, with the long spawn, get punished as well. And he lands on his legs. Round number 7 now. Oh, he gets punished as well. He had a horrible round. Double nade.
Angel into our that mid position. The headshot box. Cobra's down. He was low on HP as it was, but Doesn't matter. Angel's just cleaning up right now. Another 3 kills for him in this round. And he's at 15 overall on 7 rounds in. Pretty impressive stuff.
I'd like to see Lemondogs has taken another partial round here. They haven't had the AWP once yet. They keep getting themselves with just AK, nothing else to work with. So it looks like they will just be doing Tech 9s. This is the partial buy. You get Tech 9s, armor, a little bit of utility, and you would normally maybe just do a mid split, something like that. That's something that's trying to get yourself out, isolate one player, maybe an AWP, call towards mid. And so far they've sent 3 players towards a B tunnel, so far so good on that idea. Let's see how they approach it. Normally smoking off towards CT spawn, pop flashes go out, normally 2. And then you swarm the mid player here. It's going to be Angel. He's been in incredible form so far. Against it, there's a smoke towards CT, and here comes the mid push.
Nearly caught with his pants down. In fact, doesn't get the gun back out in time despite that flash thrown. So Cobra's got the kill. Zero's trying to line them up inside the site, and that's gone as well. So Lemondogs finally with some positional advantage in B. Kutcher through CT does read the fact that Farmer's waiting for rotations. Finally gives them at least a kill in the round to work with. Brings it back to 3 versus 4, but this retake's going to have to be swift. They've got kits on all 3 players, but only 2 flashbangs left to work with after that Molotov thrown toward the platform. And a smoke down close in the sight. It's Kutcher to go over first. He's taken by Xylos. And Oscar, how does he approach with the AWP? Whiffs the shot with the no-scope. Up close. Finally, Sticko gets 1, but it's now a 1 versus 3. He's going to get pursued. He's going to get chased down by Xylos. That'll close the round.
Yep, so the mid-split working out perfectly there. You saw how Angel got affected. That one flashbang sent him behind the boxes. As soon as he took his eye off the prize, he was taken down with a running gun. Left 1 player inside the B bomb site. When you've got 3 players swarming towards you, it's very difficult to even get 1 frag there as soon as the bomb gets planted as well. Although HellRaisers did rectify the situation a little bit, only a 1-man disadvantage. It's such a difficult retake. And like you said, he only had 2 flashbangs to do the job as well. So, Lemondogs bouncing back now. They've got the AWP. Cobra, as I mentioned before, had a phenomenal online campaign to get here. One of the players that really impressed me. So, let's see if he can carry that on. A very flashy style AWP, like getting in people's faces and lots of flick shots. As I say that though, it's Oscar to kick things off. He takes down Mike Tig to give them the man advantage there.
Farmer's going to try and wait for his opportunity. That middle, much like the rest of his team, Cobra does have the AWP and he's getting aggressive with it. There's no one to be found. Angel's going to retreat to the B site. Bomb dropped intentionally as we see it inside the lower tunnels, giving Lemondogs the courage to push forward and try and clear this off. Crossfire positions off towards CT. Farmer's just going to watch window, make sure no one pushes onto Cobra as he does so. And they just want that pick, but Cobra's given up. He's lost that patience, so smoke to CT now and off toward B. Shot fired. The position given away. Landed, so they've got to give up on that already and change their approach as they are still, remember, a man down. Not finding that pick is crucial because now it's 46 seconds to go, and HellRaisers not only just got information, they can turtle up on these bomb sites. They're forced to execute shortly.
This is it. The Farmer boosting up his comrade Cobra above the smoke here, seeing if they can get his opening pick. This could work out, you know. That's the shot. Once the game is up, they're going to have to push on to short now and hope the picks work out for them. It's a very difficult exchange here. They've got nothing really to work with. Someone needs to land a shot, but the crossfire coming in from the CT is working out very effectively indeed. It's a team kill as well. It's a nightmare for Lemondogs. Very, very sloppy execution. You could see once they got found with the boost, they didn't really make any sort of judgment call. Just said, right, should we just run to the bomb site and hope for the best? And you're running in first with an AWP trying to no-scope people, and then your team killing each other, and then focusing so heavily on that play on the ramp, they just get completely minced by the player of the Goose. So, interesting round. Pretty pathetic from Lemondogs, I have to say, after losing that first pick. Get a little bit flustered. And then the big pick coming in from Oscar. He does actually get tagged by Cobra, though. This buy's not great for them. They've got a Tech 9, 3 AKs and an AWP. Not lots of utility to speak of. The Farmer especially is very depleted in his cash. Here we go then. The bomb is left outside the B tunnels. This normally suggests be more of the same. The mid-split worked out for them before with Tech 9s. Why not try it again with the rifles? Just trying to show some presence elsewhere on the map right now. Shots being fired through the smoke along. CT's not doing anything particularly aggressive this round. It's holding back. They'd like to leave middle completely open, it seems. Angel will be patrolling the B doors. As soon as he spots anything, he double flashes, pushes the T's back a little bit, and here comes that mid-aggression coming in now.
Oscar changing approaches again with that AWP. 31 HP left on him, but still, he finds the opening. He finds the shot before the smoke blooms, and Farmer, he pays the price for it. Up on the rooftop, he's going to try and fire away above this smoke as well.
done his job. He's very low HP. Got the man advantage. Angel has run out of grenades now, but he's in a decent position just to take one kill before he drops. He's got the intel as well. And he can be baiting his teammate in perfectly. This could work out very nicely, you know.
To be to try and clear, but that goes a little bit beyond the boxes, and Angel actually had the chance to still peek toward it, but Xylos has 1 against 0. And no Angel's in the back of sight. He needs to hit that next shot, and Lemondogs, despite going down early and again losing that pick to Oscar, have found a way into the B site. And as we know it, Oscar's on 5, Kutcher's on 15. Sticko's the only one with any health to work with in this situation, so are they even going to attempt it? Likely not. And just set up for exits. They've got 1 toward T-spawn and 2 toward A, so they've got decent chance to find at least 1 on the exit.
Yeah, this is going to be saving the guns now. You can see Kaboom did actually spot Sticko crossing towards T-spawn, so he's going to be hunting that player there, but he's only on 7 HP. You can see the problem there. Zero and Angel, like I said, the setup looked good, but it doesn't work out too well if you get Molotovs out of position. It's a bit of a gamble when you go to that little cubby hole by the tunnels. As soon as you get Molotoved, you've got 2 options. You kind of sit and pray and hope they don't really check it. You kind of wait till you get down to like 10 HP before you jump out, or you instantly face. That's where you normally go down. Former that happened that time. Angel unable to back him up. And the split working out once again. I'd like to see the double orb. The double orb setup has come out. So this is when they can try to change it up. Obviously, this is becoming a problem now. The slow B takes coming in once they've expended all the utilities. So now you just get an AWP in the back of B, and it means you have a lot stronger setup when it comes into it. They won't have such a freedom to throw all their grenades and then run in afterwards.
Cobra's going to try and pick mid. Finally has the AWP. Spots up a leg. First player jumped to try and get that bait so that they could fire in response. It was Oscar that was trying. And Angel's actually taking the second AWP out mid, so they've got 2 aggressively peeking toward that mid position. And as we see now, Cobra's also dropped into that dark spot. He's going to get found by Oscar. Down already, and economy's also been a problem for Lemondogs. They finally get an AWP, and it doesn't even amount to much. Sticko can now try and watch out for long. Molotov deployed, buys more time, and we know what HellRaisers are capable of when they have this man advantage. They don't overcommit often. They can just sit back, and Lemondogs, once again, similar to that A play, are forced to execute.
You can see them making their way up towards short now. This was a very sloppy exchange from the before. Potentially trying a similar sort of approach. The same smoke goes down. Pretty early on before. Looks like they're just trying to bait out any sort of utility from the CTs. See, he's reacting though. They've got Oscar looking for that boost once again. He's going to be smoking them out. So, 12 seconds or so, they can't really do anything. They're changing their hand towards long. Sticko now got his work cut out for him. 3 terrorists potentially making his way.
Curious to see how this plays out. It's always been a point of contention on B. This time they're putting more pressure on long, and there you go. They've got 2 kills. It's only traded 1 from Kutcher. Oscar missing a shot, goes down low on HP. It's 4, in fact, and Kaboom's got the shot onto him. Not only that, Mektig was already making his way up catwalk with that distraction. So A site open for business. Watch 0. Well found by Mektig. And that now allows a 3 versus 1 situation. Angel coming late with the AWP, but bomb's already planted. He does tag up Mektig down to 16, but he's got to retreat. And watch it, because he's going to retreat toward middle. Xylos is going to try and find him. Great shot, Angel. Good awareness, and he'll get away at least with the AWP, but it's going to be 6-5. Lemondogs clawing their way back into this, I have to say.
Yeah, it's pretty classic CS for Lemondogs. Just holding up, working out what kind of setup the CTs are presenting towards you. The thing is as well, Sticko being long by himself is absolutely fine, but he's in such a committed position there. It's such a gamble. Obviously, as soon as he gets flashed like he did, all he can do is just blind spray and hope for the best. If he's in the pit, for example, although it's a very common position, at least he can get the intel first. You're not instantly dead as soon as the flashbangs come over. He can call Oscar to change his attention from the A ramp towards the pit, and as they're jumping in, at least he has some backup. People are getting killed as he's in the pit, and he can flash them back and delay them at least. Like, it's such a 50-50 player. I'd say even less than that if you're up against the door. If you get one flashbang to shut you down, and this goes to show one player can give the whole bomb side up, because then Oscar was absolutely knackered on the side. He couldn't really do much. And players coming in from short and long at that point. So, HellRaisers now 1 round away from the economy being broken. They have got an AWP this time. Only 1 kit, make it 2 now. And 0 an Angel. CZs and Famises. This is a chance for Lemondogs to capitalise. Going for that long spawn again. Oscar leading the charge, but as Oscar through the smoke, pushes through, taking him down. And once again, they have the man advantage, but hasn't been proven to be a done deal once that happens.
Oscar flash, tried to fire into that position preemptively. Goes for an actual quick scope on Kaboom and hits it, but playing from the ramp and these 2 rifles at long, it's going to be a retake game again. As Zero rotating over from B is actually going to approach Catwalk rather than walking toward the ramp. Kutcher's got McTig, and they've got the man advantage, so we'll see if they can play this into their favor. Bomb on the default. Molotov ready to go toward it, but Farmer needs to win this duel, and so far he has discouraged Zero away from the Catwalk position, and that's a big win, because as they were occupied there was a chance for HellRaisers to try and push onto the site. They're going to reapproach it from CT, but Cobra's already turned his attention back. Smoke out, Bomb. They're going to try and get on this. He needs to find a shot right now. He's hit the second player on the site, but Kutcher, he might have this. It's going to be defused regardless. Sticko gets it as Kutcher goes down, and Farmer will get the kill for consolation, but the round goes to HellRaisers.
Interesting. HellRaisers needed that extremely bad. Like I said before, you can see the money still hasn't recovered. Mag 7s, the scouts coming out. It was a big round. Smokes everywhere. The Farmer doing what he could. They took down 1 diffuser, but wasn't quite enough. There it is. Farmer gets 2 in the end, but like you said, it's just a consolation at that point. I think he picked up the AWP. Yeah, Cobra's got it. So they're still in the driving seat here in terms of the money. Like, this is another huge round for HellRaisers. Will be broken if they don't win this. You can see them reacting accordingly. They're pushing to lower B with the Mag 7s. I think they're undetected as well. It's going to be 2 of them, Kutcher and Angel together. It's very passive setup coming in from Lemondogs. Is reading the situation perfectly. Getting decent intel and taking down one of the key players in the form of Oscar there. And now it's a case of who can react, find the next kill. The CT's not really much to work with. They've got 1 HE and a smoke. And with positional control, spread very thin across the map.
Farmer's going to try and play around this smoke as well, with Sticko on the other side of it playing aggressively. This is one of the only times we've seen that early pick go the way of Lemondogs as well. So.
All right. Well, this is the thing. Obviously, HellRaisers up against the ropes instead of the money. They need to make something happen there. Tried to go for that lower B play. Has worked out for them in the past, but this time Cobra hits the first shot. And now that Mag 7 and Angel coming in from elevator. This could be interesting. It's one of those plays that never really normally works out, because obviously, like right now, you can see McTig just ready for it. So as soon as he jumps, he should be dead. There it is.
So 2-man advantage, not only the one. So far, so good as they continue to try and push onto the A site. They don't account for Kutcher. He manages 1, but good response from Xylos, because Cobra was caught with a nade out. He could have quickly gone down as well, and that was nullified. So it's back to 3 versus 3 as Farmer jumps into pit. Sticko gets caught out by that, and Kaboom, he'll do the duties against Zero, the last man to be alive. Goes down, but information gathered. Now, Cobra's on 10. He needs to still be careful, but with Bomb down and knowing where Zero is.
And no kit.
Well, that's the thing. He needs to decide right now if he's even going to go for this, but it should surely be Lemondogs' round.
Yeah. The work between pincers as well.
I like it. All right, I'll run. I'm going to save. Oh, hi.
There you are. Well then, that's finally broken the money for HellRaisers. It's been a long slog for Lemondogs, but they've done it. They're going to have 1,500 or so to play across the board. Can't really do much. It looks like they're actually fully investing into this map. This is kind of interesting. On round number 14 as well. This is an all-in. So, scouts, 5-7s.
And it's not like they've got a lost round bonus that's accumulated either, so...
This is the thing that goes to last round. They have nothing to play with if they don't win this round.
Potentially giving away 2 rounds at the expense of 1. Kaboom's going to take down Sticko. Already this aggressive stance, this all-in purchase, despite that it gives very little equipment, isn't paying off. Nade goes toward A. It is a bit of a stack. They've boosted 2 up the elevator. Lemondogs are being smart about this. They're going to slow it down. They've got the early pick. They don't need to desperately run toward this A site with 3 CTs occupying it. Kaboom spots 1 on the site, doesn't land the shot. Has a better chance that time, and Oscar does go down despite tagging him up in return with that scout as he goes for the jump shot. McTig going to push past the smoke in towards CT, but there's a second one at the arch, so he can't quite see into the spawn and find out exactly where Angel, or rather, Kutcher's playing as McTig going to push through. The bomb approaching and being planted on the A site means Lemondogs looking good to tie this up at 7. Kutcher does at least take down Farmer as he chases him into the B tunnels. That gives an AK to him, but hold on to that AK, because as we know it, there's not going to be any guns, or at least very little weaponry, spawned up on this last round of the half. And he's even going to get away with that AK, not to be. McTig's found him as Kutcher tries to get back into the B site.
Yeah, that was a weird force spy for me. I'm not really sure what they were hoping to happen. You're going against 4 AKs and a very slow playstyle has been employed for the last 4 or 5 rounds. Really did need to do something a little bit shocking, I guess. Maybe push off short again, flash out long, do something with it instead of sitting back and just getting wrecked. But we go into the last round. They're going to have pistols once more. And they've got a couple of kits, some armor, and some Deagles and a 5-7. Let's see what they can do with it. You just 3 Orps coming out. 4 Lemondogs. Smoke. As they cross though, so far so good. I'm not going to be stacking particularly heavy to any area. 3-2 right now, leaving middle open. And after such a successful start for HellRaisers, they were actually up like 6-2 I think at one point. Hasn't been too successful in the latter half.
Yeah, it's definitely fallen away. And I mean, the interesting thing about it is in 3 of the rounds that HellRaisers have lost, they had the early pick. And it's just Lemondogs finding a very crucial choke point kill that opens up a possible execution at a bomb site.
They find a player by himself, like Sticko towards long, or Zero hiding in a difficult corner, gets Molotov'd out. Like, instead of playing it safe, they're playing the high-risk positions instead of making sure they actually have time for players to rotate and give information. But here we go then, round number 15. Nothing to report really so far, looking like Lemondogs want to experiment towards middle. They've got long control right now. There's only one CT waiting for them. He's dealt with very quickly indeed. Sticker goes down to the hands of Zelos. It's going to leave Kutcher now towards CT spawn, the final frag. So a couple of CTs on his screen. This is simple frags for Zelos as he helps out. 8-7 then, Lemondogs win the half.
Yep, it's going to be that way. Kutcher's going to try and put up a fight against it. He gets 1 on the catwalk, but Kaboom's right there. He's the high HP player, very easily dealt with. It's 8-7 Lemondogs on the T side. A T side that, remember, they had 0 economy working for them when this all started. Sure. And the rounds when they got the op, it wasn't like Cobra opened up the play. He got taken down a number of times by Oscar.
Yeah, absolutely. Angel stepping up massively in the first 9 rounds or so. He had a huge amount of kills. He was instrumental in those B and mid defenses and a lot of aggression towards the top and middle as well. Like, it seemed like they kind of stopped with those plays. Got a little bit rattled when Lemondogs went super defensive and started taking things very slowly indeed. So 8-7 in favour of Lemondogs. Not the first stuff I was expecting there, actually. Let's see how this pistol goes. We saw HellRaisers go for that aggressive play of Oscar towards the top and middle. That is quite standard, but as you saw, very predictable sometimes. A lot of teams will be setting up for that.
For those of you who didn't watch the format yesterday as well, it's a best of 1 to start off each of the 2 games in the group. A best of 1 in the lower match as well. So you could go home theoretically having played only 2 maps. Then you hit the best of 3s for the top place seeding in the group, as well as the decider match for who moves on to the semifinals. We've got 2 teams already through from Group A. Yesterday, we'll get 2 today as well. Mike taking the play toward the pit. He's looking out, but he's got Cobra in a crossfire position from the blue crate beside the dumpster. It works out perfectly because they combine for 3 quick kills. Finally, Zero gets back into Xylos. That's only his 5th kill of the round, or rather the game. As Kaboom gets back into him, though, it's all on Oscar. 1 versus 4, back toward middle, and he's completely surrounded. Does turn around and take down Cobra. That frees up space for him to potentially exit elsewhere on middle as he slips into the tunnels instead, but bomb down toward long. It would be a pretty heroic play for him to even pull this off.
Yeah, with no bomb, you can see it's down towards long doors. It's pretty much an impossible situation with 29 HP. Really nice long setup there from Mighty and Cobra. 1 behind the blue dumpster, 1 in the pit, getting all the attention. They run straight past him, and it's 2 simple kills for Cobra. Oscar now picking up a USP. Not really sure what the plan is here. If he can just find 1 kill, get another bit of cash, that'd be about as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. The trifecta sets up towards long, and he should be dead within the next 6 seconds or so. There it is. The farmer gets the last kill. Nice shot to finish things off. Very decent round there from Lemondogs. You saw HellRaisers trying to get that long control. It's getting completely wrecked by the crossfire coming in. I'd assume HellRaisers, after not getting the bomb, you normally force up in the second round, try and make something work with these Tech 9s. There's the setup. You can see all that attention towards long doors. And it's actually Angel. He's looking that blue bin. He actually expected that, but he just got wrecked as well. So round number 17 now. Only 2 rifles. There's actually 3 SMGs coming out for Lemondogs. It's going to be UMP and 2 MP7s.
I like the UMP buy in this case too, because they can hold on to that a little bit longer. No bomb plant in the first round, we don't expect, but they have armor right now.
That's yesterday we saw the MP7 come out in overtime from Crystal.
That was so bizarre. And if I actually correct, and I don't think we touched on this, he went for an auto sniper next round. So yeah. I think his theory was, okay, if we win this, I can afford the if we lose this, I can still afford the auto sniper and not kill our economy. But it's like the dumbest thing. I don't know what the theory. I mean, that's me giving him benefit of the doubt. Instead, honestly, it was the dumbest thing I'd seen.
Like, it's overtime with 16k. Like he pushed into the squeaky door and it's got wrecked because he didn't have a rifle. He would have got the kill. He had a rifle. He's like went for a long range spray with the MP7. It was really weird.
It was totally bizarre.
Anyway,
That said, the MP7s in this round slightly more viable against the pistols, obviously, but the UMP does give the armor penetration, so I like that pickup. Regardless, Sticko's going to lose the HP, or at least the bulk of it first. In fact, he's now hit the grave as well. Zero's got one back into Farmer, but it's all Lemondogs afterwards. They hold on until Zero shows up, nails one in the window, snaps back over. The bomb is flung forward as we can see it on that rock ledge. He's got to go out toward it, and unfortunately the Deagles end there, but that was pretty impressive. And not only that, it was rifles drop. They only recover one of them.
Not a huge deal considering HellRaisers will be full eco here. They got the bomb down, could have been interesting. That extra $800 or so could have justified some Galils maybe, considering how many kills they've got. Here's the replay right now. That's the second, here's the third. Lovely shots, but Zero's actually had very little impact in this game so far. Those 3 kills take him off his grand title. 5 before, yeah. There we go. Round number 18, you would assume this is a formality. You can see Cobra's just kept the 5-7. Mightig and Zelos keeping on the SMGs. Or is making their way towards short. Just got to be trying to get a short plant down. So anything they can do, protect the bomb. Here's the VIP. Try and set up the human shield. And you can see them getting it ready right now, and here it comes. Try and get the bomb down. What can you do? Shooting range has been set up, and Lemondogs Zelos is winning. He's hit 3 targets so far. 3 ducks go down, and the short plant trying to come in. And he finishes it off as well.
I love it. That MP9 is so sick when you hit headshot. It's one of the most fun guns to play, I feel like.
Against unarmored players, yeah, for sure. It's so cool.
Pretty awesome. Might be a needle, but it works like a sewing machine.
Yeah, that works.
He's up to 16 frags as well. Ties that the total of Angel. And 11-7. Now we see the guns be purchased by the terrorist side. That nade did so much damage too. It's not like the MP9 did it all itself. It had a little bit to work with.
Well then. Kaboom gets taken down to 19 HP. Zero's actually gone naked. He's gone naked. I assume he dropped the AWP.
That would make sense. So
they're
putting faith in Oscar.
Yeah. See what he can do. Oscar got a little bit of pressure on his shoulders here. No one really committing as of yet. It's going to be Mightig keeping the MP7 towards those long doors. This is when his position is very viable. Obviously, when you had the M4, it was high risk. When you got the MP7, it makes sense. Obviously, you need to be close range. You want to be surprised and be pushing through smoke when you can, when you hear a footstep. He's just going to keep himself honest on the other side of that smoke and just try and delay them a little bit more. As the T's do make their way out towards middle. They're going to be smoked out for now, so that's going to delay them. Oscar still just hurtling towards the top of middle, hoping someone faces that angle.
No one will, though, so unfortunately they won't be gifted the opening pick in the round. Kaboom as well, by the way, has had to fall into a more safe position. So he's going to sit behind the box at B. Right now the attention is pushed upon Catwalk. Xylos inside CT spawn. He's going to have to rotate back over and support Cobra at the car. So the TSM setup we always allude to. It is the common meta. Smoke off on the left. Now this is interesting. They've got smokes on either side. That allows Angel to creep out, avoid Xylos up until this point, and now push into CT, but he just pushes slightly too far. Xylos spots his ass end sticking out and manages to take him down. Now Cobra's left alone, and they've already got the drop player in. So Flash has to come out. He's got to retreat to long. This gives up the site, and now a plant's sure to come in for HellRaisers. Xylos at least manages one. That's quite clever for him to pop back out, but stick goes there in the end. And Cobra from long does hit the shot onto Oscar. It's now down to just 2 HellRaisers players remaining. The retake is definitely an option, and Cobra's going to push forward with the AWP as well to see if he can find Sticko at quad. Wrong time to pull out the nade, but he realizes his mistake and shuffles back to his left. Lets Farmer take down his enemy. They can get on this defuse right away because that Molotov is going to force Zero away, and in fact, he's just going to retreat.
Nothing really can do that. Incendiary really did seal the deal. So, the passive CT setup, they're working out very nicely. Picking up the first frag. The T's try to overcommit by facing and finding those kills towards long. And Cobra with the lovely shot on the bomb site. Shut them down. And it's going to be a pretty much, I'd say this is almost a force buy from HellRaisers. You can see they haven't got any utility to work with. It's going to be 5 rifles and armor. That's pretty much it. Let's see what they can do here. Something a little bit faster, high tempo would be good. CT's now with 2 AWPs. They're just getting stronger and stronger. HellRaisers diminishing a little bit. This is a big round for them. Farmer getting a little bit aggressive towards those tunnels. He's made it into the long doors. He's got 2 CTs waiting for him now. I'm assuming one of them's the door. Let's see what we can do with this. Zelos there. He set up the turret towards those doors.
Good shot, though. Ends up by 0, mind you. So first pick goes to HellRaisers, a trend we saw in the first half. However, they didn't always convert those rounds, so Lemondogs at least have that in their back pocket.
Well, that was the aggression coming in from Lemondogs. They were trying to find that first kill and secure the round, but it's kind of backfired now. Zealous goes down as well. 5 on 3 in favour of HellRaisers. They haven't really had to work too hard for these frags. It's just kind of falling into their crosshairs. The CT's trying to react from the deficit. Just going to be Cobra and Mike remaining now in a 5 on 2. Cobra position given away. Mike drops as well. This round has been a little bit of a blunder for them. Trying to force situations. They didn't particularly have to. Obviously, quite a surprise, the defensive setup there, but HellRaisers just ready for it. And that lack of equipment turns out not to be a problem for them. You've got CTs running into your crosshair blindly. So Lemondogs, a difficult round to swallow, but they still have enough money to buy into this fully. This one will break them if they were to lose it, so she's on the other foot now.
Well, Lemondogs have already surpassed that 11 round total that I gave them, but again, we've seen how they're struggling in various games. There was the mention of a loss to alternate attacks online. Remember, that's who Lemondogs beat to be here, so perhaps this is really where HellRaisers has fitted themselves into skill-wise lately, which is a bit of a shocker, but nonetheless, we'll see if they can recover. Sticko, Oscar, they're going to hold on that long position. We do see Angel walking down toward middle with Kutcher as they take catwalk slowly and surely, but just a matter of trying to find anyone out of position, getting a read for what Lemondogs are up to at this point in time. No execution plan, just sit back, hold the utilities, of which they've got a good arsenal. They've got 4 smokes to work with and 2 Molotovs, as well as actually, I take that back. They've got 3 Molotovs, as well as an arsenal of flashes to put onto either bomb site when they elect to do so, Henry.
Mark has been hit. It's only going to be Cobra the AWP this time. He's currently positioned towards that car position. We've seen so many players pull out massive performances from this position. It's just a case of whether the T's can knock him out of it. Smoke goes down towards CD spawn. Here come the flashbangs. Have HellRaisers done enough to remove him? Stop being problematic. Here they go. He advances in smoke. Looks like easy shots for me. Zero is the first one to drop, and now the call has been made. He spotted 2 more as well. The reaction should be coming in from the CTs. You can see how much that's scared as well. HellRaisers, they haven't really made their move onto the bomb site now. Finally, Angel does move in, and the CT start to make their moves. Good thing is for HellRaisers, they've got Sticko in his great position in lower B. He's going to find one at least in the form of Kaboom as he rotates. You can see it now. He actually might get away with this, you know. He's going very slowly towards those B tunnels, and there it is. The exchange comes in. 2 frags for Lemondogs, and now it's the full retake. 5 on 2. That should be the round tied up. Once again, incendiaried off, and he's going to burn. Oscar goes down. Yes, Kutcher remaining.
That's a problem.
You're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, no chance to try and save. Okay, he did take down Kaboom. Rounds up, and he actually does get away. I thought he was going to go down on low HP, but he did hit the headshot, so survives with 1 AK. Kutcher's going to grab an AWP, throw that AK aside, so they'll have 1 more gun.
It's still surprising me,
more
right?
Money.
How people still get shut down by that car position, like pretty much every time. You're watching Cobra then. He didn't even have to work hard those frags. It wasn't a nice shot or anything. Literally just 3 players running in front of your crosshair just for the click, right? Like they threw a couple of flashbangs, didn't move straight away. They just kind of, all 3 of them ran across. Instead it's like they're smoking CD spawn, dropping down, and then 2 people face. As soon as he shoots you up, right, that's when someone from CD spawn faces at the same time. They get the refrag straight away. You shouldn't be able to get a kill and fall back that easily. So as soon as they go across, the player in CD spawn should be following up straight away. It's such basic CS in that sense.
Interesting note as well. Someone just mentioned the hard to watch HellRaisers play without Dogia thing. Obviously, they had some roster shuffles.
Yeah.
They used to be a CIS team. Dojia's new team is a CIS team, but because it goes by the core and where you are a citizen of, with Oscar, Sticko, and Zero, they are now a European team, no longer a CIS team, as they used to be considered. So that's why HellRaisers is in this minor rather than the CIS minor, which happened a week ago.
Yes, that's right.
Just interesting note. Again, that whole regional aspect of how this this new format works.
And this is a big round indeed. You can see Kutcher's pretty much fully committed to this. And he saved a weapon, right? Yeah, he saved an AK. He's bought an AWP. So it's interesting why 2 players look like they're fully committed. Unless the guy's not buying up. It's a different approach. Oh, here we go. Maybe they are going for it now. There we go. Oscar looking like picking up the AK on the floor. Zero. He's got a relatively good buy. The fact that he saved an AK has made this possible at least. There was a pause. You can see they've taken that pause to discuss how they're going to approach this round. Probably a perfect time to take it. We discussed yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say.
When Penta... Oh, no, sorry, not Penta. When CG didn't take a pause the whole single time they actually were starting to lose the game. This is a perfect time to take it. Kind of still not out of it yet. big round coming up. You need to make some decisions in terms of the economy. So, it's a decent buy, actually.
Using the nade animation to try and get the cross. Oscar nearly timed that correctly. It would have been a big pick for them to gather after the timeout did happen. So bomb's going to be dropped down. Oscar just leaves that out toward long so he can go to work. Change that, though. He's not going to pick long at all. He's going to re-grab the bomb. Now they throw the smoke low. Watch for the drop strategy. Cobra flashed off already, and he's got one down. He's aware of it. Tries to land the shot. Doesn't, and Kutcher's going to capitalize. Now they can try and push very quickly onto the A site. And you talked about that car position, how it's not easily taken over at this point in time. The meta's become so predictable. Well, that's exactly how you do it.
That's much better. You make it very difficult for the CTs and give him the option of only killing one, and that time he gets 0 because they actually approached it correctly.
Angel needs to be careful. He knows that Mektig's somewhere out toward long, but as he's not made a noise in quite some time, Mektig's now going to try and go back and attempt a retake with his teammates. And Angel might capitalize on that as he's trying to watch mid and cover off rotation. Never mind, Kaboom's actually got him, but Mektig did go back. In the end, Kutcher knows he's coming back in that direction, manages to land the shot despite almost getting caught checking the opposing corner first. Xylos with 0. It doesn't matter. They have to give up. They're too far away from this, and they don't have a kit. So Lemondogs will concede the round, give it to 13-9, but HellRaisers, they've still got some work to do to get back into this fully.
Absolutely. In fact, come in and save the AWP as well, and Zelos saved the rifle. They should be good for a buy. Would be fantastic, you know. Money getting a little bit desperate for the CTs. That's good news for HellRaisers, though. As a successful A-take there. They learned from their mistakes from that previous round of Alders running up and giving free kills to the AWP player at car. They finally adapted. As we mentioned, dropped down the CT spawn and made it a lot more difficult on the defensive side there. So we're going to round number 23. This is huge. HellRaisers basically get 2 out of this. If they win it, we'll be breaking the money of HellRaisers. Looks like it's more of the same. Xbox gain short control. The problem is, though, Cobra's there. He's committed to this. He's got the AWP. He's going down. Surely he does. That's the AWP gone as well. That's a massive problem. And the fast play comes in. He got completely flashed out of position. No one there to get the refrag. He was there on the Rambo play. And now then, a real advantage for HellRaisers as they set up. They know that's the AWP going down. They can be a lot more aggressive on this A side now.
Angel's going to try and avoid that flash. The push is coming. He's in a good position to catch them off right now. They go. Second flash. They will. In fact, they passed each other. They passed each other completely. Angel's going to trust Oscar. That gives Kaboom the advantage. He's got 1 kill already. Tries to find Oscar in the site, but he's made it far enough to get in behind the double box. So it remains in a 2-on-2. Bomb's going to be planted, and now Sticko gets aggressive toward mid to try and catch off Mektig, who doesn't have any map control. He's stuck inside CT spawn, and Oscar comes out with the AWP. Not only that, it's predictable that Kaboom's left the tunnels. He goes back to mid, and he gets caught as well, and that's 2 in a row now for HellRaisers.
Lovely round there from HellRaisers. Obviously, Lemondogs taking a little bit of a risk, boosting up Cobra towards short. He had to find a frag there, but unfortunately, the Xbox smoke and the decent flashbangs coming in. You can see the flashes towards the top of middle, then up to short, double flashing him. He's trying to fall back. As soon as he gets taken down, that eradicates that fear of having a defensive AWP on the A site. They can just be so zealous then. They can just get straight in and onto the bomb site. And then there's actually one player dropping down towards spawn, and the B split comes in. It's such a fast, confusing play for the CTs to react to. They've lost a lot of information there. So, as I mentioned before, essentially gain on 2. Onto a full eco here. Mektig, though, coming back with the silent USP, brings it into a 4-on-4 at least, but 14 HP as the bomb site swarm by Angel, gets the double kill with the UMP, bringing the situation nice and known, going up against unarmored players here. And HellRaisers giving themselves a decent chance. Let's have a look at the CT money going to the next round. Oh, they're going for it. No AWP, that's for sure. So it's going to be rifles, no kits. This is the round where you want to be doing something a little bit aggressive, maybe. Pushing into B tunnels, trying to find that first pick. Maybe playing 2 players on short, mix it up a little bit. Let's see how the CTs decide to approach this one.
It's going to be the M4s versus the AWP. 3 straight rounds now for HellRaisers and Lemondogs. Time to get back into this.
You know what? Angel with that UMP can do some massive work here. They haven't got head armor.
Yep,
the CTs, so that's going to be, actually, he's probably not aware, but it's going to be a great round for him. He can get in a decent position.
Potential to be a great round. Farmer Kaboom stuck inside B site. No one holding onto the mid position right now. Potential for HellRaisers to exploit that as well. A is slightly different in the fact, obviously, they don't have the AWP, so Cobra plays on the platform rather than out toward the car in this particular scenario. Kutcher's going to be the first to approach this, and not only that, Xylos isn't down in CT. We see it now. He's on the catwalk. So this is a change. This is a curveball, and this is a little bit less predictable. I think Angel just spotted that, though, with his shoulder, and as he flashes out, Xylos realizes it, drops down into CT.
Basically, he just wanted to spot and bait out an AWP shot just in case he was on that corner just there. So he's made the CT fall back now. That's what he wanted to do. That long take coming in. Mike Tig, he's the one committed behind those long doors this time. You can see how much of a high-risk play that is going behind those doors. You've got nothing to really fall back onto. As soon as you get a flash, you are locked down. I'm really not a fan of it, to be honest, but a lot of players seem to favour it. And now, look at this. The CTs have no control of A whatsoever. They're pretty much giving up this round straight away, Matt. How can they re-enter this bomb site? They've got no kits, no control of the map whatsoever. The bomb will be planted very soon.
This is really the only chance right now, is if they can get Catwalk fast enough. Cobra looks like he wants to go long, but if they could get Cat fast enough to catch HellRaisers in the act, problem is that they're going to know this. They're still planning for Cat. So this is the battle right here. If these two picks go to Lemondogs, they have a chance at this, but everyone from HellRaisers is coming back over in this position. Again, as it is planted for here, this is where they want their post-plant setup, and Xylos is the only one to manage a kill against the 3 that HellRaisers put on the obituary page first. The paper's running out of room for Lemondogs to get their advertisements back the other direction. Boom will get Kutcher, but he's going to run, try and abandon and hide inside the tunnels, making now the 4th straight round for HellRaisers and separating our score by only that of 1.
Absolutely, just going to be Kaboom remaining. That was a really weird round. You could see Lemondogs either anticipating a mid or B attack coming in. They really committed. Just left one player down towards long. Once again, he's in that weird position behind the door, and he's getting completely punished up the one flashbang. They take it effectively. They're trying to gain map control at that stage. If you can get control of long, at least you've eradicated the fear of a player being down towards platform with an AWP, or someone is holding that position. Means you can then fall back, go into an A split. They find an easy kill there, and the complete A bomb site open at that point is just an impossible retake. I would have called for a save. I think at Lemondogs, you had no nades to retake, you had no kits, didn't even have head armor. So it's like at that point, well, should we just try and save the guns? We're going to be fully next round. There we go. HellRaisers edging them way back into this. It's another pretty much full eco, just some Deagles to play with all the Swedes. And there's a double kill. Actually, Same didn't catch the pick one up, but there we go. 5 on 3.
I'm going to go full star ladder next time a play like that happens. Oi, oi, oi! Every time.
That's the thing we heard they were saying. Pretty much every kill next door to us, right?
They were pretty hype, though. I like Slam. He's a good guy. Kutcher. Just waiting it out like the rest of his teammates to figure out exactly where Kaboom and Cobra are playing. And Angel's going to be the one to find Cobra first as he pushes in through the B site. Spots down in the mid. That's where Kaboom was waiting as well. Dead in CT spawn. Fortunately, that's where he'll also be resurrected thanks to the way the game works, and they'll have another chance at this, but they've got to come up with a round right now. 13-13. HellRaisers have definitely dug back into this game. Remember, best of 1.
Absolutely. 13-13 now. The CTs do slightly recover their cash situation. Just in time as well. Double orbs for HellRaisers there. Changing things up. They've got a lot of cash to play with. Damage dealt as of yet. Lemondogs back in their 3-2 setups. Talking to the long area. It's normally Magtig who's left there alone. Has been struggling a little bit. You can see them. It's quite passive so far from both teams. No one really committing as of yet. Just trying to feel out what's going on so they can read the setup from the CTs. It's going to be Cobra with the AWP once more. He is currently looking towards short from that car area. Had one decent round, but HellRaisers have worked out the key to shut him down.
Farmer's waiting to smoke off mid as well, which is...
Well, this is the thing. This is actually going to be interesting because you can see HellRaisers setting up for the mid split here.
Yeah, that smoke is, I mean, I don't know if I agree with it anyway, because what's the point? As soon as he throws it, he retreats into the B site. They can just push through it, and they know that, so... He's going to try and throw it late, bounces it out, but again, it's not going to do much. It'll potentially give a chance for them to walk through CT spawn, but with 2 kills already gone inside the site, HellRaisers, they have control, they have everything. Smoke was useless. Xylos is going to push through the one in CT, but again, they've got kits on 3 players. They're up against 4 in turn to try and get back into that fortified B site. Xylos catches the only player that's beyond that. It's Angel in the tunnels, and already MacTig and Cobra are bailing out.
What a mess that was from Lemondogs. You can see them as getting completely discombobulated there in the B side. Both players standing by the B doors. Like, you can't do that. You can obviously, it's fine to have one peeking the doors and getting intel, but you need to have someone on the platform, even on the bomb side, watching the tunnels there. Both can't just be in no man's land, standing in the open, no cover at all, and just jumping around, hoping they don't pincer you. Just a really standard play from HellRaisers, shuts them down. Obviously no choice for the Lemondogs here but to save their weapons. It's going to be 3 of them. More importantly, Cobra's AWP. They need to be changing their setups every time. They're leaving middle completely open. HellRaisers are aware of that now. Just walking out towards middle, smoking off CT spawn. and just completely shutting those players down in B who look like they're a little bit lost right now. Maybe move the AWP in towards B. That's been shut down towards the A car now. Let's start moving him around. He's tried short once and got killed short, but let's change him. Maybe he goes towards B. Maybe he's the one that's set up there by himself. Like, there's something a little bit different right now because it's getting a bit stale, and HellRaisers just slowing their play down and walking out middle. A simple play that takes the round. You can see the money will be fine with the CTs right now, considering they saved 3 guns. I assume this is a pause coming in?
Yeah, I think this is Lemondogs' turn. I mean, HellRaisers already took a pause when they were on their 8th round.
They took the pause, and now look how it's worked out.
Exactly. They've done very well since. So Lemondogs going to try the same thing. They've already conceded the lead, down by 1 with 2 rounds to go. And in a situation where they'll buy, obviously here they've already got 2 M4s bought up, as well as an AWP. We're going to get things rolling again, and 4,500 left on Kaboom. He's the last one without a gun. There it is. He's going to go M4 as well. Now, the issue is for him. He doesn't have a kit. He manages to smoke in 2 flashes, but no kit. There's 4, though, so it shouldn't be a massive deal.
Yes, you're right there.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen something like that happen, though.
Well then, round number 28. A lot of these games this weekend have gone the distance. Like, it's been very close affairs here at the minor. All the teams proving themselves. CG obviously last night we had an epic 3-mapper, 2 overtimes.
Yes, epic in some of the best and wrong reasons at the same time.
That's very accurate. Well, here we go, the round of 28 coming in. Lemondogs taking the pause. Hopefully a change of mentality here. Looks like a very familiar setup, if I'm honest. Let's see where Cobra is. He's in his standard position towards Car, but this time he's got some sort of presence from the terrorists here. It's going to be Oscar facing with the AWP towards long doors. We'll just smoked out for now, so slow the pace down a little bit. Once again, you can see the terrorists. HellRaisers got out middle once again. Full control here. Good smoke off spawn has caused chaos. I'm going to leave it this time, though. They actually got out and took it over, deciding to fall back. Well, this could be an A fake and then back out towards middle. Now they've cleared that area out. They know the close quarters areas are clear.
Kutcher's going to try and evaluate that catwalk position, but we know they've got one at Goose this time, which is a slightly different setup again. It's Xylos that's playing the support. So this is one of the other angles you can play it when you have that op at car. Rather than just covering off the drop, if you have a rifle that slows down the push from catwalk in general, it still frees up space for the AWP. So it's a different approach to doing it. It can sometimes throw teams off. Yeah. Smoke on the left. We've seen Zero attempt this before. He's going to try, like Angel did, to slip into the CT spawn at this point in time, as the rest of them are working on catwalk. The problem is that Farmer and Kaboom are already out in middle. So as soon as he makes that move, it's going to be spotted. In fact, Farmer, they're going to pass each other, but Zero is going to get spotted and traded immediately. It's still a reasonable kill to get because now it's just Xylos to support Kaboom. Or rather, excuse me, to Cobra, but they make it work. There you go. Xylos pops out. They get slowed, trapped at quad. That gives Cobra the easy lineup, and Xylos will go down eventually, but it's down to just 2 players on very low HP for HellRaisers. So Lemondogs, good response. Nice change-up. I like that positioning from Xylos in this case.
15 seconds. They're making it work, though. Angel takes down Kaboom. You have to feel like maybe you extended a little bit there, but HP is going to be trivial this stage. Cobra with the AWP, and there he goes down. Somehow this round is going in HellRaisers' favour. It's a 1-on-1. It's going to be a huge clutch, though. Mike Tig stepping up just when Lemondogs needed him as well. He avoids map pointer and indeed series point.
Certainly made it interesting. That low HP came out to favour Mike Tig in the end, but that was well done. You can see how hesitant he was to walk around that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you said, a change of setup there. So he's getting in towards Goose. The attention grabbed by the AWP, and finally he makes something happen. It was a little bit clumsy towards the end. Maybe overpacing a bit too much when the bomb hadn't been planted, but there we go. Lemondogs do capitalise. Here's the replay. Actually, a really nice clutch, you know. That kill onto short was pretty impressive. Just get a second as well.
I mean, again, you go back to something that's something so simple. Xylos playing Goose. That's a position that in 1.6 was played every single day by every single player, and it became so easy to deal with in CSGO, more so because there's Molotovs. But if you don't expect it, that 1 or 2 rounds, it's impossible to contend with, and obviously that round became more interesting, but we saw how much of an effect it had to just slow them on that quad position.
Absolutely. Well then, full buy for either team as we're coming into the business end now of this map. 14 plays 14. He's gone right down to the wire here.
Good pop flash from Angel. Xylos inside CT would have just caught the edge of that, but he manages to stay out of harm's way because they don't push through on top of it. Smoke now on top of the doors, and he's going to walk back potentially closer to that position so that Zero, if he walks through, will be confronted instantly by the barrel of that M4. As there is still 4 HellRaisers players occupying the mid position right now. A minute left on the clock. Remember, we are playing the new timers. Seems like something we need not mention anymore, but just in case. As the Molotov goes out to clear behind the door. Now, unfortunately, that means Angel also can't walk through. At least they've cleared that angle. Meantime, Cobra's already been flashed off. He's going to give up. He's been playing very passive and very quick to shuffle and scurry down that long corridor. Unlike that of Cajun B, who sticks around for 2 or 3 efforts, but Kutcher's dropped down. Xylos gone. This time it's back to default and already figured out. They're going to clear Goose this time just to be sure as well. Bomb planted. Planted for Cat. They've got control of it. So this round dictates who has the first map point. Shot by Oscar. Doesn't land. Second time does on Cobra. Farmer's taking Kutcher in the meantime, so it stays 3 versus 3. MacTig's going to come toward long, though. We know Oscar already staring down in that direction. It's going to be hard for him to find the shot. He misses it, though. Barrels instead to take most of the bullets. He still gets the headshot, MacTig. And it's down to just 0. And Sticko going up against Kaboom and MacTig. But Kaboom down on Catwalk already and planted for 0. He turns back around. He was slow to come into this game, but his impact known there.
Really nice round there from HellRaisers. You saw them show such heavy presence towards middle. Those 2 smokes going down, taking away a lot of vision from the CT. You could see the confusion coming in. The players in CT spawn not sure whether to look there. Kutcher drops down, gets that first pick. And that's where the round almost fell apart from them there. Really impressive stuff. 0 to finish things off here. Almost impossible round for MacTig at that point. Such a difficult position. And now, as we get into the series, HellRaisers bringing this match out of obscurity. To round number 30. 4 pistols and 1 rifle just on Cobra here. And you would assume this is a round for HellRaisers to lose. If they were, it'd be devastating considering the bye the Swedes have got here. It's been such a long slog here on Dust 2, but there we go. Angel once again is walking out towards middle. Knows it's clear once more. Vital information to take.
He's going to play close with pistol. This is desperate. Remember, Lemondogs were at 13-8. 15-14.
Well, now it's just a case of making a CT make a mistake. They know their money's very low indeed. It's a full reset coming in. And they just need to group up. Choose an area. You can see the CT's trying to make something happen. They're going to be pushing into the tunnel completely dry. I'm not really sure what Kaboom was hoping to happen there. If the CT's going to show any presence anywhere else on the map, why would B tunnels be clear?
Never push B tunnels completely dry. Sticko now going to work onto the platform. B site occupied. It's not quite 14-5, but 13-8 is still a reasonable comeback from HellRaisers, and they are now facing the map point with bomb down on the B site as well. Oscar's going to hold the window, goes for the jump shot. Molotov on the box as well, buys more time as Lemondogs will not have access to the site. And follow that up a second Molotov, which will do the same duty. Angel gets one on Cobra. MacTig manages at least a response kill, but it's down to Xylos, and he's going to drop as well. Kutcher with the final kill, and HellRaisers battle back into it.